Will you be adding any Machicolations to any of the sets for the film?
Oh, that's a... Dylan?
Any Machicolations?
Is that how you say it? Have I been saying it wrong my whole life?
How do you say it?
Machicolations?
You're just saying it with an Australian accent, and that's fine.
My whole life is a lie. I have actually been trying to find out if there is a more accurate pronunciation for it, because I have heard...
I'm sorry, that's the way I've always said it.
You would know, though, because you're like that. You're closer to the cultures where such words are used. I'm this brutish Australian that just sees the phonetic pronunciation.
Closer, but let us not forget that the way I speak is not the way people spoke in the 14th century.
This is true. This is true.
Light and night used to be licht, or even licht. Sometimes the G was pronounced so licht and nicht. I can remember a load of German exchange students watched a play that a load of people called the medieval players. They came to perform at our school, and they did a play in Old English. And the Germans in the audience said, "Oh, this is weird. It was like watching someone who doesn't quite speak my language right."
Really? That's
It sounded much closer to German. Lots of and it was night, and es war nicht. Oh, it was night. Oh, okay, right.
Well, there you go. It's funny. Machicolations. I wonder if I can change it now, because it's become a meme on my channel.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
You've ruined my life.
Well, you must think I was trying to correct you or something. I was genuinely not conscious of how you said it.
I'm so used to hearing Shad say it that I didn't even understand what you were talking about.
Okay, but now you know the holes on the outside of battlements, right, for dropping stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
So, will there be Machicolations in the film?
I might have to make like a full correction. I was wrong video in shame. Guys, I'm sorry. We've been saying it wrong the whole time. Like, I would love to get confirmation on that, because what is the origin of the word? It's not French, is it? Is it more Germanic?
Well, obviously the ending isn't the Asian bit. Don't know. I wouldn't. I don't want to say so. I could guess, but I don't want to be wrong. There's no point.
Okay. I have to try and look it up, because I know when I've looked up the etymology, all I got was interesting translations. It's like, head splitter, death from above, kind of has this interesting translation. It kind of means, and so.
Yes, and another point with authenticity, of course, spelling was only standardized in sort of the 18th, 19th century, and still, even now, is changing a bit. Do you know that, for instance, that in every single instance we have of Shakespeare writing his own name, he spells it differently?
Does he? That is interesting.
His own name.
See, I didn't know it went that far. That's actually a really interesting data point I'm going to latch onto.
And until the printing press, different dialects in England were really quite different.
Yeah, everything was spelt phonetic, and there was barely.
So there will have been a dozen ways to say it.
If I can interject,
you're all right.
I've got it out.
What Wikipedia says. What Wikipedia says. So we don't know if it's a reliable source. I'm just.
It's Wikipedia.
It says it's based on French machicoulis.
So ch or k, machili or. Machiculi would be. Machiculi. I'm so bad with French.
It would be closer to Machicolations. Then.
All right. Well,
you can't rely on a French etymology. It's just.
My ultimate out is the Australian accent, because the Australian accent just butchers so many words and pronunciations. I can always fall back on that. I'm Australian. We're experts at butchering languages.